Yo, what's good, you YouTubers? This is the Greatest Noob, T-Bird325 right here, and I have an um, rulings update for you guys because last night I got a call from my teammate, shout out to Team Truth, G-Hopper85, um, about Gemini Sparks and Stardust Dragon, and then we went on to the whole Chain Whirlwind. So I'm going to get into all of that. But before I do that, I'm going to give shout outs. G-Hopper85, I own Miley, Holy Cheetos, thank you for the purple morphing jar. It's one of my favorite cards in the game. Now, if I can only get an Ultra one, I'd be set. Um, Panda Bear, haha. Ninja Boy Kim, FGX3, God of Death Forever. You need to send me your address so I can send you that token. Um, Time Warp 646, 214 Karama, Bakura Fiend 99, Begin the Uprising, Andy Mac 7604, Bakura Fiend 99, Final Judgment 89, and Driz T 04, all of Team Deck Records. Okay, so now that that's done, my shout outs are done. If I missed you, I'm gonna send me a PM and I'll get you on the next one. Okay, first thing, he calls me and he sends me a text while I was driving. Says, Gemini Sparks versus Stardust Dragon. Plain and simple, I send back. Stardust wins, no draw. And so, let's see, I think he sent another one after that that said, no, someone else texted me. It was Tim. Tim texted me and says, how does Stardust negate when the rulings are this? Destroying the target card and drawing one card are resolved at the same time. Okay, Tim. When it resolves, you destroy and draw. When you activate, and it has an activation effect on its activation that says destroy, Stardust can legally now activate his effect. That is a requirement. Stardust cannot activate its effect unless something activates with an effect to destroy, aka Dark Hole. When Dark Hole activates, Stardust Dragon can tribute itself off to negate. Point blank. You do not draw or destroy until resolution. At that point in time, if Stardust does not negate it, he will be destroyed. And then the person who activated Gemini Sparks can draw the card because Stardust was destroyed. On the flip side, if you do not destroy a card, you cannot draw one. So we'll say, I have a face down magic trap card and one monster on the field. And we'll say it's Sangan. Just for, well, no, we'll just say it's Mother Grizzly. Alright? You Gemini Spark the face down monster. I flip up my ultimate offering. Oh, wait, that's still in battle phase. Well, we'll say you're doing it in the battle phase. I flip up my ultimate offerings, activate its effect, pay 500 life point, and tribute Mother Grizzly. So now there's another monster in its space. You do not get to draw a card. You destroy the original attack, the original target. So that was that one. Stardust will win over Gemini Sparks any point in time because as soon as it activates, it has to have a target. Brain control, mind control, monster reborn, call the haunted. All these things that activate that target have to have targets. If you do not have a target, you cannot activate it, aka Mystical Space Typhoon. If you have Mystical Space Typhoon and you just want to get a card out of your hand, you cannot activate Mystical Space Typhoon. Why? Because Mystical Space Typhoon, as seen in this illustration, has a shadow. Why is that? It's because it's waiting to resolve. Okay? It's waiting to resolve. Can you negate it? That should always be the first thing you should ask someone. Can you negate it? If they say no, it goes down. Can you chain to it? Yes. Okay. They flip up their chain material, which would be, I don't know, maybe a quick play magic or a quick play, or a trap. Okay, that's chaining. If you cannot negate it, then it goes to the field. If not, it's hovering over the field waiting to resolve. Remember that, because there's a lot of information that's going around that's not true. Oh, well, this says this says that. No, you're misreading the information and trying to tweak it to where you can actually win on that argument. You won't win with me. I think too much. I think more than I play. And I have a whole bunch of boxes of cards and whatnot, and binders and whatnot. So I'm reading a lot of cards. Alright. Um, Next one was Jinzo. Can you warn Jinzo? Okay, I sacrifice my monster. We'll say it's Apprentice Magician. This right here is Jinzo. Can you tell? His arms are crossed. Haha. Only difference is he has 3 stars. 3-star Jinzo. Okay, anyway, so Jinzo is up here. He sacrifices monster as his cost. It's trying to come to the field now. He has a shadow because he's waiting to resolve. Well, to successfully summon itself. So I can warn him. I can Horn of Heaven. I can Solemn Judge him. I can force him back. I can use Polynosis and whatever other counter trap that I cannot mention. I can't remember right now. So basically, while he's waiting in the air to hit the field, I can use all the aforementioned counter trap cards to make sure he does not hit the field. That is the only time you can negate him, is when he's hovering over that field trying to come to the field, unless he's trying to be called back with Call the Haunted. You kill Call the Haunted, Jinzo will never come back. Okay, so that's that one. Field magic cards versus destruction. We'll say I'm playing Earthbound Immortals, or now the infamous Malefic monsters are here now. So they're dependent on the field cards, like Sojin or Malefic World. If I play Malefic World and my opponent plays Zombie World on top of it, what happens? Okay, time's up. So whenever they play theirs, it's hovering over that field waiting to resolve. If I do not negate it, well, guess what? Alright, if I don't chain to it and they don't chain to it, okay, it'll finally hit the field, and then after it hits the field and successfully activates, mine will drop off to the graveyard. So therefore there was no mistiming and my Malefic monsters stay on the graveyard and everything is considered zombies now. On the flip side, if I have Malefic World, a Malefic monster, and a Zombie World in my hand, I sacrifice my Malefic World, send it to the graveyard, and then activate a Zombie World on top of it. Well, at that point in time, for that split second that Malefic World was on the field, means that Malefic monster said he saw the blip and will die just because it wasn't there at the time, even though this was waiting to resolve. But if there's something in its spot, it has to send it down first before it can actually hover over the field and wait to resolve. Okay, so that's that. Chain Whirlwind is one of those big things. GHop85 has a video on Chain Whirlwind, and I had to step up and try to correct all the incorrect information that I saw posted on that page. It's like 4 paragraphs. Chain Whirlwind. In order to activate Chain Whirlwind, the last thing that has to happen is destruction of a card. If there's something in between destruction and trying to activate that, then you can activate that. Main effect, Raikou. Raikou has 2 effects: destroy a card, dump off 3. If someone uses Raikou, you will not, I repeat, you will not be able to activate Chain Whirlwind right behind it. Okay? If there is an effect that goes on the chain, like Sangan, if someone activates Fissure and they fissure my Sangan, Sangan goes to the graveyard, Sangan's effect activates, will block that Chain Whirlwind from activating because there is already a chain link starting. Can't activate it because now you'll be chaining to Sangan's effect, and that effect is activating right then and there. It's not resolving, but it's activating, and so Chain Whirlwind is stuck. Cannot activate because it didn't see any more destruction. The last thing that has to happen is destruction. On that note, like I said before, things that target have to have a target before the card is actually flipped up or played from your hand. Mystical Space Typhoon cannot target itself. Icarus Attack cannot target itself. For the simple fact that, once again, this is a trap. When you activate Icarus attack, you tribute your monster, it's off the field. Okay? This is waiting to be negated. Plain and simple, it's waiting to be negated. So therefore, it has to have something already on the field trying to destroy it. You have to try to destroy something. So if I had Icarus attack, a winged beast, and my opponent has two, well, a monster and a magic or trap card back there, and activate Icarus attack, and you know they have Starlight Road back there, you cannot target Icarus attack for the second target and kill their monster. You just can't do it because Icarus attack is not on the field when you activate it. Plain and simple. Things have to be permanently on the field for that thing to happen. However, if your opponent activates, or if your opponent has a really big monster, a face down MST, you have a face down Icarus attack, and a face down monster, okay, and they've already exhausted all their summons for the turn and have nothing left in their hand. If they activate MST, they ask you, can you negate it? You say no. No, I cannot negate it. Okay. They activate their MST targeting your Icarus attack. Okay. Can you negate it? Nope. MST is on the field now. You activate that Icarus attack, tribute off your little Vayu, target both their MST and their monster. That is legal. Why? Because the MST now is resolving. It's trying to resolve. It's on the field now. You can destroy it. And since that's the case, that will be why Dust Tornado can actually hit something, because Dust Tornado's effect says that it can set a magic or trap card if it destroys something. And on that note, if you have a chain, all of your chain links stay on the field until they are completely resolved. I thought that they go away one by one as they resolve. That is not true. I've been told from judges all the way around the US and even Konami, they stay on the field until everything is resolved and go at the same time. For purposes of Secret Barrel, I lost to a guy an old man who was playing a burn deck, and half of my deck was burned too, luckily, but I ended up in a draw because, yeah, 100 life points. That Secret Barrel got me because everything doesn't leave the field until until the whole chain is finished. Then they all go in the order that they were resolved. He got me by 200 points. Yeah, just like that. So this has been your lessons with the Greatest Noob, and be on the lookout to see. Real Locals is in about 2 hours right now, and I'm going to be going over there to go and play, trade, well, not play, but judge and trade and all this whatnot. So big shouts out to everyone who watched this. Hopefully you take away something from this and don't commit the mistakes that my teammates have been committing. And have a great day. Greatest Noob, T-Bird 325, and I'm out.